I'm Dave. This is my pal, my brew pal John.
Do action. I don't know what I'm doing, man.
This is the Oktoberfest that we brewed. Today we're going to taste a series of other Oktoberfests and see how they measure up in both taste and color and character.
We got a couple American varieties, a couple German varieties. Going to kind of go in and discuss the difference. So this actually is pretty close to the Oktoberfest Marsden style that I've had before. It has a real pronounced malt flavor to it. Not too much hop to it, but that's kind of normal for this style of beer. Carbonation in it is nice and fizzy, which you want in Oktoberfest. I mean, if it's flatter like an ale, it just doesn't taste right. This has like nice fizzy bubbles in it, almost like a soda pop. So, pretty true to form on most Oktoberfests that I've had before.
I think that this is a nice kind of mainstream Oktoberfest. It's good for people who maybe have never had one before and they're just starting out.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, if you were like more of a domestic drinker but wanted to try an Oktoberfest, it'd probably be
pretty balanced and nice, as you would expect from Sam Adams.
I bet it goes good with the steak too.
Always a good decision. Celebrate the season for no reason. This one, to me, is real similar to the Sam Adams.
First John and I tried Sam
drier
Adams Oktoberfest.
Finish to it.
Masterfully blends.
So it's not as sweet as the Sam Adams?
Malt to create a delicious
Dave
of sweet flavors.
Dave kind of really hit on it.
Including caramel
hit the nail on the head with that.
Malt is complemented by the elegant
description that he had. This is very similar to the Sam Adams. It is indeed drier. The malt doesn't come through as much with this one. The Sam Adams was malty, almost to the point of being sweet. To kind of talk about the carbonation as well, this is, I think it's significantly less carbonated than the Sam Adams.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of flatter, drier. Give it a little refresher here, so kind of get a view of the carbonation maybe. So as you can see, I mean, there's some little bubbles at first, and then it just kind of goes away. I don't know if that's maybe part of the can conditioning process. I suppose if you went camping or something and wanted your Oktoberfest, this would be a good way to go. So this is a beer that I guess is a seasonal that Full Sail does. I don't know if it's been every year. This is the first year we've gotten it here in Denver. It's poured a little darker than the other ones.
Definitely starting.
6.2% alcohol, so it's a little higher in alcohol than Santa Fe one. So we'll go ahead and check our tasting notes on this one here. I can tell just by looking at it that it has definitely got a nice fizzy carbonation to it. See the bubbles in there. Man,
That is good.
right off the bat, it's just got such a cleaner flavor than the other beers. I'd say as far as an Oktoberfest goes, there's definitely more hop in this than one would typically be. I guess kind of following in the Northwest tradition, I think that's cool to kind of get that influence like on a style. Still got a very full malty taste to it without being too sweet. Definitely a good one to pick up.
Next in line is Session Fest by Full Sail Brewing Company. a Czech-style strong lager with medium to full body.
Moving
So-
into German territory here.
Yes,
Full
and actually,
flavors.
Spaten
That
Oktoberfest.
underscored
And our
spicy
pronunciation is probably
hoppiness
wrong, but
provides a nice
this stuff
perfume.
is excellent. This is
The
actually
citrus
what was the
pine
inspiration
overtones
for us
the long,
to
clean
brew
finish.
the Oktoberfest.
Looks definitely lighter than our beer, I'd say. Probably pretty close.
Pretty close. Again, notable, like right off the bat, the Spaten seems to have a little bit more head retention than the Sam Adams and the Santa Fe Brewing.
I don't think this tastes like ours. Just to note that
Okay.
fact. It's just got a different finish to it. I can't really put my finger on it.
A kind of a twang to it. I don't know what the right word is.
Yeah, it's a bite.
Yep.
Did you say?
I think the aftertaste is actually in the hops itself, or the hop profile of the beer. I think what Dave was talking about was kind of making reference to like almost that kind of skunky aspect. Not bad like beer that's like, you know, sat like in a motorcycle road bag, like above a hot muffler skunk factor. Like the actual kind of skunky aspect that you know, like a lot of Czech lagers will have. It's like a you know, in the hops.
Next gen,
It's
I like
just
to
kind of
our
a bitter
first
bite to
truly
it. And I
authentic
think
German
that's
beer.
that's what we're probably
In my
tasting.
color,
Medium on the
this
sweetness,
bodied beer has achieved
for
its
sure.
impeccable
Again,
taste.
Sam Adams being
By
absolutely the
balancing
sweetest one
roasted
we've had
malt
so
flavor
far.
with a perfect
But,
blend of hops,
man, this
adding
stuff
a rich
is really
texture
good.
palate with an underlying sweetness that is true to tradition.
All right, next is another German Hofbräu München. I think I said that.
Hofbräu München. I don't know. We're going off of Google pronounce, so it's as close as we could get to what we looked up on the Google, as the old people like to say.
So this one, now, we're gonna have to do some research on this because that is so much lighter.
Yeah, that almost looks like a lager. How does it compare to the other beers?
I'm getting a little drunk.
Yeah, I know, man. This is like, I mean, this is the second. This is the second to the last beer.
The sobriety was killing me. Now, now I'm doing pretty well, but
Dave is at a little loss for words again. It does seem, I mean, absolutely lighter in color. It's beer. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like it's a good. I mean, it's kind of a lager. I mean, it doesn't have much taste at all, really.
right. That's maybe what I was trying to say.
I mean, there's a little bit of that kind of skunk
Second
hop
German
action
beer
going on, where you got
is a
the
little different.
almost kind of skunky tone from the hop, but
A rich, full-bodied beer.
you know, I know that
Expressed in light
Oktoberfest is more
traditional
kind of
Bavarian
about
cuisine.
the time of the year, and
With its deliciously
Well,
bitter
you know,
taste
they-
and alcohol
style.
content.
Oktoberfest kind of grew off of the Vienna lager style, and to me, that's what kind of a little bit more of this is.
I would agree with that, man. I think it's a little drier than maybe that would be, but definitely more in that neighborhood. That's all I got. That's all I got to say about that.
Last but not least, certainly not least,
So this is the homebrewed Oktoberfest. I've enjoyed a few. You know, this beer has been aging pretty well though, so it's each time I open a bottle, it's kind of a different experience, which is fun. Boy, right off the bat, the one thing I'm really catching is a little bit. I think there's more alcohol in this. It's pretty boozy tasting. Good amount of sweetness though too. It is really nice and malty. As bizarre as it sounds, I put this beer kind of like maybe in between the Sam Adams and the Spaten. It's kind of sweet like the Sam Adams. I don't know, kind of has hoppy aspect to it. I don't really remember what we hopped this with. Do you, Dave?
We hopped this bad boy with Holler 2, Hersbrook.
All right. Well, it really doesn't matter. I mean.
Dagger and shots.
Wait. There is saws in this?
Shot, yeah.
Okay, saws. Okay, so the saws hops again. What I was talking about are going to give the beer kind of a skunky aspect. So maybe that's kind of what I'm tasting. That's similar to the Spaten.
Maybe we let it ferment longer too.
Mm-hmm.
We needed to.
Well, it definitely, yeah. I mean, it definitely fermented out, but it doesn't. Well, the sweet characteristic. I don't know how much of the sweet characteristics. It's good, but I would actually say that actually the sessions would be my favorite, which actually probably is almost due to its kind of hoppier, like drier aspects, probably might not even be a real Oktoberfest.
We tasted all these beers. we drank all these beers. Let us show you how we did it. Yeah, that's actually pretty good.